Welcome to the SVG-TV news for Monday, December 18th. I'm Khalil Kato with the details. Over 2 inches of rainfall has been recorded in the Arnessville area within the last 24 hours. This is according to forecaster Gregory Cato of the SVG Meteorological Service. Cato noted that Argyle was shy of 2 inches, Perseverance 1 inch, Dalloway close to 1 inch, and 1 inch in South Rivers. He said they also recorded flooding in several areas and there were reports of landslides. In its 72-hour weather forecast, the SVG Met Service says the showers should decrease into tonight. However, by Tuesday, moderate scattered showers across SVG can be expected again, dissipating around Tuesday night. On Wednesday, showers are forecast to be mostly over the Grenadines, gradually building to the mainland during the morning, decreasing by afternoon into the night. The SVG Met Service says scattered showers are anticipated on Thursday as the atmosphere remains unstable across the country. It says winds will blow from the east-northeast at approximately 20 to 30 kilometers per hour, becoming gusty near showers. Seas will be generally moderate in open waters, with swells ranging between 1 and 1.5 meters on the western coasts and 2.4 meters on the eastern coasts. Haze intrusion is likely from Wednesday. Meanwhile, the flash flood watch, which has been in effect for the island since yesterday evening, has been extended until 12 noon tomorrow. A flash flood watch is issued when conditions are favorable. For example, heavy rainfall in a short period of time could lead to the possibility of flooding during the watch period. Residents and motorists in areas prone to flash flooding and landslides or near rivers and streams are asked to be prepared. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment has seen some cases of influenza H1N1 and other infectious influenza-type diseases circulating in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is according to Chief Health Promotions Officer Shanika John, who on NBC Radio's face-to-face program via a telephone interview said the cases were confirmed by local testing and the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA. John is also urging persons who have influenza-like symptoms for several days without improvement to seek medical attention.
Seen some cases of other infectious diseases, other influenza-type viruses circulating as well. So really and truly, we know that there's a lot of cough, sniffles, and people are generally not feeling their best at this time. So we want people to make sure that you are aware, you're seeking care, and that if there's anything else that you would need intervention at this time, that you go to your nearest facility for that. It's just to ask persons to be more mindful and careful. It is a little above our threshold. The surveillance department reported that, but it's something that is alarming. And the ratio is just generally between male and female, more or less an equal distribution that we're seeing there. And it's not cluster specific, which means that it's not isolated to a particular group, a location, or so forth. So these are very scattered cases which they've been monitoring. And this is really particular to those persons who may want to push off seeking care because they want to enjoy the season, because that's when it could be very detrimental as well. So don't forsake the way that you're feeling now because, you know, Christmas is on the weekend and I have to enjoy myself and so forth. That could be very fatal. So we really want you to ensure that you seek care and you get the proper treatment so that you could get better. And Johnny, this is particularly important to those persons who are already vulnerable. Right. And we're talking about the older persons, we're talking about people who are pregnant, we're talking about people who already may have 1 or 2 other pre-existing conditions that could make things very complicated at this time.
In relation to COVID-19, John said there are a few cases of the virus in the country and is also urging persons who are experiencing flu-like symptoms to get tested. The Chief Health Promotions Officer also listed several precautionary measures that persons can follow to decrease the spread of influenza during the Christmas season.
Still happen. Washing your hands, and washing your hands is not putting your hand under the pipe and shaking it off and moving. Washing your hands, we've done several demonstrations on that. You visit it. If you're not sure, you could check out our Facebook page, Instagram, also on our website, and we could share with you as well so that people could understand how to wash their hands properly. I know last week you did a very good program with Mr. Trimmingham about how you handling your meat and all of that during the season. All of that is still important, part of it as well. We want people to, if you have to cough and sneeze, Do it in the cup of your elbow, do it in a tissue that you immediately dispose so that you don't have a rag or a handkerchief or a cloth that is going around with you for the entire day. There are people who are still wearing their masks, and nothing is wrong with that. If you feel that your space is being compromised, you can put on your mask for your own safety. I've seen people in the supermarket at the 9 nights and 9 mornings activity with their masks, and I think that it is also a precautionary measure that everyone should follow, at least those persons who think they are even at greater risk. If you think that you are at greater risk, by all means, do what you need to protect yourself. You could also keep a hand sanitizer on you always. Those persons who drive, if you take public transportation, keep one on your person so that you can have it to clean your hands in the event of you don't have water, etc., and all of that.
On the respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, which is identified in babies, John said for newborns it is important to avoid kissing them, as the virus can be deadly.
Me who have just delivered and have their young babies and young toddlers and they're with them, you want to make sure that you avoid having other persons or even yourself as well kissing babies and so forth, because this could also be deadly. We've seen 1 or 2 cases already in Kensington. Again, nothing to be of alarm. These persons have been going through the treatment protocol, etc. But if you have a child who has deep breathing, is showing very strong respiratory symptoms, and is not getting better, it's really time for you to seek care to your pediatrician or to visit the A&E or your local health center so that you can get treatment. I mean, a lot of times we tend to bypass things, so like, oh, it's a cold, child will recover, etc. But in this instance, with this particular virus, it could be very deadly as well. So not just for adults, but it's also for children as well during this particular time. So we really want people to make sure that you double up, triple up. We still have vaccines available. We actually also have influenza vaccines available in countries persons are interested in getting that particular vaccine. So we do have options available for persons to take all of the precautionary measures that are needed, especially for those persons who are going out a lot. So you're going to all of the activities, all of the festivities, but you may have somebody at home who is not moving, and so you need to ensure that you do all of the precautionary measures to protect them, to ensure that they are well and they continue to be well during this season as well.
Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has commended everyone who worked together to make last Thursday's high-level meeting between Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro and his Guyanese counterpart Irfan Ali at the Argyle International Airport, the AIA, a success. The meeting ended with a joint declaration by both leaders in which they agreed that Venezuela and Guyana, directly or indirectly, will not threaten or use force against one another in any circumstance, including those consequential to any existing controversies between the two states. The discussions were facilitated by Prime Minister Gonsalves, who is the pro tempore president of the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States, CELAC, and Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett as chair of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM.
And I think it is something which is important for us always to remember that our countries may be small, but we have important roles to play in the hemispheric and global systems. Of course, the matter is not just Ralph in relation to St. Vincent and Grenadines. It's the whole government, the PTP Secretariat led by Dr. Slater, the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and at the outset I want to commend the entire public service, public agencies and private sector entities, the police, everyone, for tremendous work at a very short time to have made all the necessary and desirable arrangements to make this meeting a success.
On areas that they might not have handled so well for the meeting, in light of complaints of media chaos at the AIA, Prime Minister Gonzalez acknowledged that they took the decision to provide information very late to the media in relation to the venue for the meeting for security reasons.
You know, earlier, which you had raised and said you want a particular explanation. Pigeon?
Yes.
Yes. So if there was some information which was lacking, and I believe the information would have come quite late on Wednesday to certain news agencies, I wanted to point out that we had to do certain things for security reasons. But I'm not going to let that detain us. And I can say more about that, but that's not the critical matter in addressing this issue. Now, the preparation for this meeting was pretty thorough. And I can say that we from St. Vincent and the Grenadines had prepared a document entitled Possible Ideas Towards a Pact of Argyle, a Peace of Argyle. And that document was the basis upon which discussion took place to find the language to fashion the declaration, the communique. I decided that I would not circulate that document to any of the principals. It was not circulated to CARICOM until the very morning for security reasons, because it didn't want that document to go into the public domain. And that document was discussed first by CARICOM. The heads were here. This is the first meeting we had. And then when we met with President Ali, heard him out, and then at the conclusion of that presentation, this document was given to him and his team so that they could reflect on it and to see how they can begin to think about requisite language to be used. And a similar thing happened with President Maduro after he made the presentation. That is to say, the presentation to CARICOM, and we had copies in Spanish for President Maduro and his team of that particular document, so that when the face-to-face discussion began with President Maduro and President Ali, that they had some ideas as to what we, the interlocutors, thought were possible to be fashioned in all the circumstances.
Prime Minister Gonzalez, who served as an interlocutor in the talks, labeled the joint declaration of Argyle as an amazing proclamation.
Now, if you are Guyana, 800,000 persons with a tiny army, not very well equipped, and you're facing a far better equipped army in a dispute, that is to say from Venezuela, a country with 30 million people, more than 30 times your population, Joel, and you get the first point that both countries agreed that neither of them would directly or indirectly threaten or use force against one another in any circumstance, including those consequential to any existing controversies between the two states. That should make us sleep better if you are the weaker of the two, wouldn't it?
Significantly weaker. Significantly weaker.
And that is the point. That is the point that P.J. Patterson, a man of great wisdom and maturity and experience, that's one of the points he's making in the statement which he issued, the one which you read out, Cecil.
Yes.
Which I also read, which I also saw. Because you are both Venezuela and Guyana, to CARICOM, to CELAC, to the United Nations representatives, to Brazil, which is a big power in Latin America and which is bordered by which has boundaries with both Guyana and Venezuela. We said, well, under no circumstances would there be any violence used, no force used, directly or indirectly. Now, that's an amazing proclamation. That's an amazing agreement.
Prime Minister Gonzalez also noted on radio on Sunday that it is important that the discussions between Venezuela and Guyana continued in the interest of peaceful coexistence and within the context of the unity of Latin America and the Caribbean without external actors intervening outside of the institutional arrangement in CELAC and CARICOM. The 2024 estimates and revenue estimates of revenue and expenditure will be laid in Parliament tomorrow. The estimates will be presented by Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Information Technology, Camilo Gonzalez. Ahead of the estimates presentation, the government held a series of consultations with various stakeholders on some of the things to expect, not only in the estimates, but in Budget 2024, which will be presented on January 8th. Parliament will convene at 10 a.m. tomorrow at the temporary building in Kalyoquo. The Vincentian Unique Christmas and Nine Mornings Festival got off to a start in capital Kingstown and several communities across the country on Saturday morning. The national activities at Heritage Square are being held under the theme Our Christmas, Our Vibes. Here's a snippet of some of the activities.
But he lays his glory by, born that man no more may die, born to raise the sons of earth, born to give them second birth. I love you, Lord. Come on, if you got that testimony, just raise it. For your mercy never fails me. And all my days I've been held in your hands from the moment until I let my
child, sing with me, Jesus, oh, Jesus, so lonely, meek and mild, new life, new hope, new joy he brings, won't you listen to the angels sing, glory, glory, glory to the newborn King, so go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Won't Drop your hand now. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Drop it, drop it, drop it. The Lord. Let me see you. Clap your hand. Clap your...
A number of people turned out for the start of the Nine Mornings Festival in Stubbs. The activities there are being held under the theme Stubbs Nine Mornings is Everybody Thing. The Stubbs Nine Mornings Committee, which is an arm of the Southeast Development Incorporated, has captured over the past several years the Best Nine Mornings Community Award. Each year, the crowd attendance at Stubbs Nine Mornings continues to grow as the committee offers a range of spirited, unique games. Here's some.
There is even and over there is odd. Okay? All right, let's go. 14. You're out, Momo. It be 4. Chimami? All right. Stand right there. It's not. Stand right. Right. So I will know. Remember watching y'all on my stage. Marshall is right there. Okay, let's go again. 16. 17. 100. 110. Get it out. Get it go. 3, 2, 1. Mark us down. Mark us down. Mark us down.
I can feel it down in the Caribbean, coming away from my mother.
Come on. 5. Cheshire. Yeah. 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 Don't you say?
Hey, Dal. Take some man to do that work.
Come on, come on.
Woman like toilet paper.
Light up the world with joyous vibes. Rising up this Christmas day.
There we go. How she do it? How she do it? How she do it?
Knock, knock. Who's there? Rise up, rise up. Rise up, rise up. Rise up, rise up. Rise up, rise up. Light up the world with joyous vibes.
2 new champions were crowned in the Police Christmas Caroling Contest on Friday. Traffic Angels defeated 7 other choirs in the senior category of the competition, while the Spring Village Police Youth Club Carolers defeated 8 junior choirs, including defending champs Layou Police Youth Club Carolers, to be crowned champions for 2023. In second place in the senior category was the RRU Carolers, while Eastern Carolers took third place. Here's a snippet of the top 3 senior performances.
Police caroling, caroling is a family thing. That is why we parade.
They say with all of the killing, every year somebody dying. People don't like what they hearing, but they still asking about caroling. Well, Brung, you are the big man. I know that you have a plan.
Traffic angels go and sing, because this is a family thing. Look out, traffic angels coming. So be careful what you're doing. Coming to bring that ID. This here at police caroling. Look out, traffic angels coming. Caroling is a family thing. And that is no traffic, You don't tell Santa what we want for Christmas. The wish list long and looking tough. No gift, no ham, no cake, no bacon. We don't want none of the usual stuff. I don't tell Santa that it's Christmas. It's only love we want to share. Let's spread peace across the country. We no want no stealing, no killing, no raping. We no want no shooting. First time. Eastern, bringing peace. Come let we go caroling. Even if we don't win, we still participating. And that's the main thing. We wish for peace this Christmas and a little comfort. A piece of bonus, tell Santa don't forget us.
Eastern Police, we share in peace. Come join us, please. We caroling, sing Eastern sing. Eastern Police, do your thing.
In the junior category, the Layou Police Youth Club Carolers took second place, with Stubbs Diamond Police Youth Club Carolers in third. Here's a snippet of the top 3 performances in the junior category. The Police Christmas Caroling Contest was held at the Central Police Station under the theme Police Christmas Caroling Contest, It's a Family Thing. And the annual Prisons Christmas Concert, which was held on Sunday evening at the Solidarity Car Park in Kingstown, culminating Prison Week 2023, was held under the theme To Walk into the Light with a Life Filled with Hope. At the concert, several of the inmates showed off their talent with creative pieces. Here's a snippet of some of the performances and activities at the concert.
I didn't listen, my head was tough. I didn't want to look for no work. I just want to be on the block, jumping mad up and people chuck. No, me like start to take a chill. I look, I really end up in jail. I should have listened when mama say, oh, consequences calling me name, Lord.
Calling.
Look, I fall in problem again, Lord. Oh, consequences calling me name, Lord.
Calling.
Consequences calling me name.
Me say money have to make, so
So the thing said, life after death, and something me regret. Sucking up money that are my interest. Just a young getter, you just a try to be the best. If I money talk, you know me have to invest. Fix mama house, buy the market. Soon to the world, fly me own jet. And me haters girlfriend, I kiss him for me neck. Start live large as me get the big check. Make plenty money, so me family can stress. Be alright, baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
I don't wanna go home, no, 'cause the thing's so sweet, yeah. Sometimes I feel like I don't wanna leave, oh no, 'cause right now I feel like a jam down, I feel like a wind down.
Twist my shoe, so I laid the money down. I just had to help him out, and I'll never forget the look on his face when Mama's gonna look so great.
'Cause man was made to serve. Everybody sing. And together we live. What we say? Man was made. Take it down low. Here it is. My advice for the youth them to put down the cutlass, the knife and the gun and accept Jesus as a personal savior.